Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. I had a good day yesterday, got the garage doors in. Now I got a weekend here with Eric, and so we're going to continue with the framing. Hopefully get a couple walls up and maybe even the windows in those walls. So cleaned it all up, we're all prepped, so we should be good to go. Let's get to it. All right, we're getting the first wall, putting that bottom plate on. Putting some gray goop on it. We'll drill that into the concrete. Been using the laser to kind of get our spots of where we're going to put things. Changing this up a little bit, doing a nailer just onto the post there, and basically that's a way to accommodate that bracket down there and tie it into the post. So anyway, we're getting after it. I think we're going to kind of maybe work on a series of things, and then we'll come back and frame the walls. The other thing we're doing is we're gray gooping that seam up there where that top piece is coming in there. I don't know if you can see it in there, but yeah, up in there. So that'll get sealed from the inside now and then also from the outside. So plenty of sealing. So we're gonna just work on this series of wall, just kind of laying everything out, get her going. Doing something wrong with these concrete anchors. So these are the heavier ones, the one that Eric bought, and drilling them out, have the right size bit, going down plenty deep. I don't really have a way to clean the hole out, especially after I put that gray goop on the 2x4. So then I keep on twisting the heads off, and then this one here and another one didn't suck down, it just spins. The heads aren't tight. I finally read the directions and it said not to use the hammer, so I went to a regular drill, but I still twisted the head off, or I'm twisting them in the hole. So I'm doing something wrong. So then I switched to the smaller ones, and they're sucking down. I used a regular drill and set it to 15, and they're sucking down flush. I don't know. There must be a trick to using these that I don't know. We're also thinking this is the new concrete, the other side's the old concrete. I don't know what's going on, but it doesn't have to, there's not a lot of pressure there. I just don't want that thing to move. But there must be some trick that I don't know. So I don't know, I'm gonna stick with the little ones because they're working. Okay, we've been thinking about where the door is going to go here, and we can't use our conventional method we were doing. So we're going to put basically a full thickness one that goes out through those. We'll cut all these girts out. So this piece needs to be all the way full thickness, and then the piece next to it needs to be full thickness. And we're kind of trying to accommodate that bracket down there, but 2 full pieces does that. But it does change our drawing slightly, and so we'll have to adjust for the door opening to where the wall here starts. So just kind of learning through those things. It's good. I think it's nice to have Eric here so we both are on the same page. View from the garage doors with mountains in the background. Pretty cool. All right, we worked our way around to this wall, so we have the bottom in on this and the sides. Eric's kind of played around with framing in those braces. So there's a large window here in this bedroom. It's a 5 foot wide, 4 foot tall. And so we're just gonna frame that piece in clear to the top header, which luckily fits in between those two braces up there. And then we'll just fill in with studs on either side. So we're kind of working on framing that out. I had to cut down those 2x8s to 6.5 inches because we'll do the same detail we're doing on all these walls and bring that clear out to the sheeting there. So anyway, kind of fun. Just now getting dark. Okay, fit. Let's see. Here's going in over there, or tight. Let's see. Pretty tight against here.
I think just, we're right on that cut, so I don't know if you might want to just slam it in your hand.
Yeah. All right, success, fit in there nice, a lot better than last time. Still got a little, probably tinkering to do with things, but that's it. That's a pretty nice looking window opening right there. Real nice. So that's the same window opening that's gonna be, that's a 5 foot wide, 4 tall on the far side, entryway, dining, and then living or kitchen sink. So nice looking. That's cool. So the framing technique I think is working out good. And yeah, happy with that. Getting going here the next morning. Still working in this bedroom. Got that wall framed in. We just have a few pieces on each side to go with those angles with the braces. I think that's gonna look real sharp with the braces and the window and all that finished out. So super happy with that. So I think we're gonna work backwards here, work on this wall. This is a simple wall. There's no other walls coming off of it, no plumbing. Gonna be mindful of tying that ceiling in and having a nailer for that to go into. And so Eric and I kind of talked about that yesterday. So I'll show you what our idea is on that. So this window here gets a 4x4 window, and the top of the window is this skirt right here at 7 foot. So that matches with the 7 foot on this side, 4 foot deep. So they'll have the same height windowsill and top, and then this one just a foot narrower. So, I mean, that's gonna be a nice bedroom, a 4x5 and a 4x4 and a walk-in closet. Pretty lucky little kid coming this way. Gonna work solo today, so just a few things that have to accommodate. I need to still cut down. All those 2x8s have to be cut down to the proper width, but I have these roller stands, so that should be no problem, and start laying things out. Okay, so I just put that level up there for the ceiling, and then got a measurement to the bottom plate. And then so I'm gonna put a double top plate on there. One that is the level of the ceiling, that level, and then one above it. So then I can nail a nailer or screw a nailer to that that's level with the ceiling. So then I have a nailer on both sides, one for the wall and one for the ceiling. Yeah, I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's it. Well, I'll show you when I got it done. So I'm not sure how everyone else does it, but I needed to get a pretty accurate measurement for the width between these two blocks. And so working by myself, that's what I came. Plastic shim screwed in there, fits nice and tight. I don't know, maybe there's another trick that someone else has, but that's what I came up with. Worked pretty good. Just laying out the top and bottom plate. I'm not a professional framer by any means, but I just kind of enjoy doing it. Of course, you get the center line and then mark off your 4 foot. And so then I know on the bottom plate there'll be a jack and a king. Those will be those, basically there's 6.5 inch pieces that go there. And then just run tape measure down every 16 inches. And then that gives you where the rest of your studs and your cripples will line out. And then I'll do my top and bottom plate and put those in. And then they will get the same marks joining on the top and the bottom. I don't know, I enjoy doing this. I did take a carpentry masonry school in the Army. I was a holdover at Fort Leonard Wood, where my daughter had just came from. And I was waiting for my security clearance. And so they just said pick a school. So I did carpentry and masonries for 7 weeks. And so I think I kind of remember some of it from that, and then just small little projects, sheds and stuff like that over the years. But I kind of enjoy the 3D aspect of thinking about it in your mind and then making it happen. So it's a attention to detail, and it's just fun. So I'm gonna keep going. So laying out the vertical, these are the two king studs that I cut down to 6.5 inches. So I just brought one of them over and put a mark where I wanted the top of the window, which is, there's a girt there that the bottom of it's 7 foot. So I know I need my top plate to be there on both those, and then the 4 foot opening. So then my bottom plate, and we're actually putting a double on that. And so then that gives me a basis of what kind of dimensions I need to make as far as the cripples that go above and below it. And there's another plate. We're putting a double plate in there, which that's easy because that's just 4 foot. But anyway, that's how I'm laying that out, getting her done. Okay, so these are the top and bottom plate that has everything lined out on it. And this is the bottom seal and the top seal of the window. I think that's what those are called. And so then they fit, the king stud goes on the outside of that, and then the jack goes up through it. But I need to know, that's easy there, but it's nice to line out where all these cripples go. And so then I just use carpenter square and then I transpose my line there. So then that should be lined out if I orient everything right and make things faster. All right, that's what it lays out to. So the only ones I have left are the cripples that go above that window header or top plate. And so I left that on purpose. I just get everything nailed together, and then I'll get a measurement, and then I need to cut 3 of those. So, and then there is another top plate that's sitting there that'll go on top of that also. So anyway, looking good. Time to start nailing things up. Yeah, I got all my notches done on the wall, and the girts cut out enough on the wall there. It was nice. There wasn't any nails in any of those spots where I sawed out those notches, so it came off a lot better and a lot easier. So, yeah, I think I'll try to lift this into place and see how it goes. Well, false alarm. Tried to put that wall up, and I thought, just like we did before. But this girt here is right in the way for that seal plate, bottom plate for the window. So that's got to come out of there in order for that wall to seat against the OSB there. And so miscalculation. Not that big a deal. I mean, it is heavy, but it's doable. Well, I'd say that wall is complete. I still need to tie it into, the side beam, that stud there. But for all practical purposes, for today anyway, I'm done. Happy with the way that top seal, whatever you call that, matches up with that girt. I think when we're on the outside and we put some screws in, it'll suck all that stuff nice and tight, and then we'll put some screws this direction into these girts that we cut, tie everything in. But yeah, happy with it. So I put a second top plate up there, and the elevation is kind of specific. So that bottom one, that's the top of the ceiling, and so I'll be able to put whatever kind of stuff on the walls up to that one, and then the upper one I'll be able to nail another 2x4, 2x6 that will be the plane of these ceiling joists. So anyway, it gives me a spot to nail one. I could have brought like a 2x6 out and lipped it out so I'd had something to nail to for the ceiling product, but I don't have enough faith in my measurements. If I put a nailer up there, I can adjust it as needed. So anyway, that's the thought there. Well, 2 walls done. I wouldn't say it was fast, but it's becoming faster. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna be bam, 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 but it is becoming faster. So that bedroom is gonna have 2 really nice windows, 5x4 and a 4x4. So then this wall goes between these 2 posts, and then right about here is a wall, and then a walk-in closet starts right here. Let me show you that on the plans here. Okay, so living room on the other side here, and then a closet. This is where that exterior door is going, is that next bent. So anyway, that feels good to get that corner done. I think the next one that I'm gonna start working on is this one here, between this post and this post. So there is a wall that comes out there, and then 1 window, a 3x3. So, yeah. I got 2 of those walls framed in, which I'm happy about. Kind of learning process as we go, and I think we're learning how to do it a little faster, but it's custom framing, so it's not gonna be as easy as building a stick frame house, but that's what we signed up for, and it's gonna turn out super cool. So anyway, I'm excited about that bedroom. Those 2 windows are large and be super cool looking out into the woods in there. So we're just gonna continue doing that. We have some colder temperatures coming up this coming weekend. Lows in the teens, low teens, highs around 20, 22, something like that. So we'll see what the plan is for that weekend. Also need to think about doing some milling. I'm just trying to think forward of what needs to happen in the process, and milling needs to happen at some point. I need to finish doing the board and bat, the pine board and bat, 10-inch boards, 1 inch thick and 3-inch battens. Also need to think about doing the timbers for the front porch, or the front cover, porch, I guess. Need to think about the stairs, and then a bunch of tongue grooves. So there's a big milling list to do, but also continue on getting these exterior walls in. Need to have the spray foam guy out. Need to think about talking to my HVAC and plumber, all kinds of things. We made a milestone on getting dried in, but still tons and tons to think about and do. So really enjoy this kind of work. Eric does too. It's just fun to do. And now that we're dried in, it's cool. So great days out here. Appreciate everyone watching, and of course leave a comment, hit like, subscribe, all those kind of things. It really helps the channel, and we'll catch you in the next video. Have a good evening.